Patty Emmert is with Duncan Family Farms. She's also the director of Slow Food Phoenix and the Community Relations and Marketing Manager for Duncan Family Farms, a certified organic farm specializing in leafy greens and specialty vegetables. Their growing operations are located in Arizona, California, Oregon, and New York. She's also a member of Blue Watermelon Project, which focuses on taste education and healthy food in schools. She is the production chair for the Arizona Farm to School Network, a member of the Food and Agriculture Advisory Committee for Arizona. She is a recent inductee into the Les Dames Escoffier International Phoenix chapter and a Maricopa County Food Coalition member. Her dedication is deeply rooted in building vibrant local food supply systems and making sure that everyone has access to healthy and fresh food. Oh, Patty, go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Ashley. I appreciate that. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting Duncan to share their story and be here with you all today. This is really exciting. And for those of you who are not familiar with Duncan Family Farms, we're actually a fourth generation family farm here in Arizona. And as Ashley indicated in the introduction, we not only have farming operations here in Arizona, but we farm in California, Oregon, and upstate New York as well. And we'll talk a little bit about that geographic diversity as we go through the presentation. The first few slides I'm going to kind of clip through pretty quickly because I decided that the best way to really demonstrate and give you a quick overview of who we are is to play a short video that just gives you an insight of the culture of our farm and our people, and then we can dive into the presentation from there. So this is our mission statement. The one thing I really like to point out about our mission statement is that Arnett and Kathleen created this mission statement back in like the 80s when they first started farming. They were a very small operation, and our operation has changed drastically over the years, and this still guides everything that we do. So the fundamentals of what Kathleen and Arnett started their farm with continue today, even though our operation is vastly different. And then this goes into our values, but like I said, this presentation that I have will really touch on that. So we'll play that right now for you.
Every day I come to work, I know that I'm living a mission statement and a values. A lot of companies, it's something that's written up on a wall and you walk past it every day, and other than that, you don't really see it. We see it lived out every day in everything that we do.
Excellence is our passion.
The people are what makes Duncan Family Farms such an amazing place to work. You know, there's a lot of great aspects about it, but the thing that I look forward to when I get up every morning is coming to work with all these amazing people that work here.
I love what I do. I mean, it's a different thing every single day. New challenges. I like facing those challenges, from prepping the ground, from planting all the way to you harvest. It's just a great feeling knowing what's in that bag at the store might be something you grew.
Integridad, hacemos lo que es correcto.
Food safety and farm safety are ingrained in our everyday culture. We don't make any decisions on the farm without considering both of those things.
Yo pienso que la compañía tiene uno de los estandartes más altos en seguridad, igualmente para el producto que ellos siembran y cosechan.
The way I think about it as a father and a family man is this product that we're harvesting, when I take it home and put it on my table to feed my children, everybody thinks about it in every decision they make. It's part of the job.
Community. We care about our people and our environment.
They give you the opportunity to grow. They'll train you, they'll help you out any way they can, and things other companies won't do.
We have great programs for mentorship, tuition reimbursement, English and Spanish classes. There's even GED classes.
There's no place like this, like Duncan Family Farms, as far as being able to professionally develop and as far as having your ideas heard, no matter what level of the business you're at.
Estoy aquí porque aquí, aparte de que valoran mucho a uno, les enseñan a aprender más
We don't just grow produce that's out in our fields, we grow people, and you're given opportunities to move up within the company.
Equipo, trabajamos juntos y nunca separados.
Knowing if you need help, everyone's here for you. Someone needs help, you're there for them.
Pues aquí, pues, por varias razones, aquí te dan la oportunidad de crecer, de aprender varias cosas. Y pues, para empezar, pues, me gusta el trabajo.
Every day you come to work is a good day when you're working with great people.
Respect. We value all of our relationships. Everybody's opinions and ideas are respected. I've been in agriculture my entire life, and that is so vastly different from a more traditional type farm.
Welcome to Duncan Family Farms. I'm Arnott Duncan, and really I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all for working here. We hope to really earn your trust and make this a place where it's not just a place where you have to come to work. You enjoy coming here as I do every day. Look forward to seeing more of you here, and once again, welcome.
Oopsie, sorry, trying to get to the next slide. So the reason why, I'm going to pass this because we touched on this in the video. The reason why I showed that was a couple of things. One thing is that anytime you talk to Arnott or you talk to any of us working at Duncan Family Farms, I mean, everything is about the people that work there. And yeah, we grow food every day, and it's a challenge because we're in farming. Farming is challenging. There's no doubt about it. But we really do value the culture that we've created and the team members that we have. And I think that what that does is it really allows us to be able to do the things that we do and grow at the level that we grow. So, and then also it gave you an opportunity to kind of see the type of farming that we do. So most of our crops that we grow are focused on all of the lettuces that you see that are blends that you purchase in the grocery store. So spring mix and spinach and arugula. That's really probably about 95% of what we're doing right now. We have launched a culinary herb program. We'll talk a little bit about that. So those are the main things, and it just gives you a little bit more of a visual of how we farm and what we do. We always, when we look at how we are producing, we didn't start out as organic growers. We started out as Arnott was a small farmer, and they were focused on education outreach. And so back in the 80s, it was Kathleen's passion, which is education, Arnott's passion, which is farming, came together, and they saw a need back then to really connect people to the advantages and the good and the positive aspects of farming, because farming was not necessarily looked on in a good light, as well as people were growing very disconnected from where their food was coming from. And we did that. We had that operation up until about 2001, and that ceased. And that was when we really kind of launched going into this. There were several reasons why we had to stop that. A lot of it was due to, we're right by Luke Air Force Base, so there was residential encroachment on the north side of Luke that created changes in their flight patterns in combination with the events of September 11th. And we weren't allowed to have that type of an operation because we were now in a flight crash zone. So you either look at the door that is closed and continue to look at that, or you turn around and you find another open door. And so Arnott had already started dabbling in the baby tender leaf sector. And this was right at the beginning when this really kind of started opening up. So his timing was really good. We were not growing organically at that time. And one of the positions that we have taken, we are 100% organic now. We do not vilify conventional growers because we firmly believe that there is responsible and irresponsible ways to farm both organically and conventionally. This is just the way that we've decided to farm. We believe that you need all types of farming to support a diverse food supply system that can feed the world. And I'll pause there and see if you all have any questions. Georgette, did you Did you have anything that you wanted to interject there before I go on? You're muted, Jajette.
Thanks.
There you go.
I believe you are going to go on and talk about your carrot project at this time. Is that correct?
No, we were going to talk about that if people wanted to stay on at the end, was my understanding.
Excellent, excellent. So right now we have a couple of questions. And number one is your produce sold locally? Can we find it?
So all of our product right now is currently going under our customers' brands. So we are what you call a contract grower. So what is nice about that is all of our product is sold before we plant a seed. And it goes to our customers, which are Taylor Farms, Earthbound Farms, Organic Girl, Missionero, Fresh Express, even the private label brands that you see on the shelf in the grocery store. So yes, you are eating our product. Is it branded Duncan Family Farms? No, our herb program will come out probably within the next 6 months to a year. I'm saying more like within the next 6 month time frame of our brand, and you'll be able to see that on the grocery store shelves. This product currently gets distributed across the United States, into Canada, and even at times we're shipping to the UK. One of the things when Jajette and I were talking prior to doing the presentation, one of the foundational aspects of our farming that we do, and it's a little unique because of our size. I mean, composting, farmers composting, individuals, composting for backyard gardens, that's not really that uncommon, right? But for a farm of our size, to have your own composting operation is unique. And this actual part of our farm is really the foundation of what we do in our farming. So with the types of products that we're growing, we have the baby tender leaf items. These items have a very short life, I mean, not life, but a short time frame from planting to harvest. So during the warm time of the year, we will plant, and then about 21 days later, we're harvesting that product. In the coldest part of the year, we're typically doing that in about a 40-day turnaround. So these are very quick crops. They are also baby products, so their root systems are shallow. And so what the compost does, there are several advantages to the compost for our farming operation. Number one is, and the most important, is it builds up the biodiversity in our soil. It helps us to produce healthy plants. So just like humans, if we're eating a healthy diet, we're healthy, we're exercising, we have more of an opportunity to ward off, disease and illnesses. Same thing for plants. If they really are thriving in a healthy soil environment, they have the opportunity to grow and ward off the pesticides and disease that that all plants are exposed to. With organic farming, there's also people are like, well, do you use pesticides, insecticides? And we're like, yeah, we actually do. A lot of people think, oh no, you're not using them. Well, we do use them. We're only able to utilize biological and botanical compounds, not synthetic. So that is the difference between organic and conventional farming. So we really don't have the arsenal of products that we can use to apply to our fields that would mitigate pest pressure and disease. So it really does come down to making sure that that soil is super, super healthy. The other aspect of that soil is that this compost where we're farming, especially in Arizona, each location is different in the soil type that we're farming, but in Arizona, it's really sandy. So what this has done is it has allowed us to build our soils up so that it can retain moisture better, and water isn't just going through and leaching out. That also helps maintain biodiversity and the soil amendments that we're adding. I always like to point out, one of the individuals that we partner with for soil amendments is Hickman Farms. And so we're taking all of the chicken waste from Hickman's and we utilize that in conjunction with our compost to provide nitrogen, a nitrogen source for our soils. And then so those are the two main things. It's that water retention and then just really building up the biodiversity of soil. I'm going to just pause there for a minute and see if you guys have any questions in regards to just kind of that.
We do have a different question. The question came, from Alexis. Does Duncan do you sell or donate some of your compost to schools?
We do donate. So it's a completely different licensing program to sell compost, and we do not have that. All the compost that we produce, we use on our farms. The other really great thing about this is what we're doing in all of the communities that we farm in, we set this up so all of our farms have a compost operation. And what this is doing is it's diverting all of that green waste and manures from going into local landfills. And then we're turning around and utilizing that to grow healthy food. So the point that I wanted to make quickly was that in kind of going back to when we were talking about the short growth cycles of the plants, the main reason why we do our own compost is that we want that compost completely broken down. So if you're in the business to produce compost and sell it, you're going to go through that process, which is you have to have it heated between 130 to 170 degrees. It has to be turned a minimum of 5 times, and it has to stay that way for 15 days in order to be cured. And so what we're doing is we're actually sitting on our compost for probably close to 8 or 9 months. And the reason being is we don't want to apply anything to those fields that is still breaking down, because that pulls away from providing the plant with all of the biodiversity, the nutrients, and everything that is coming from that soil to support it. So we want everything immediately going to the plant. So that's one of the main reasons why we do that in conjunction with the fact that we are diverting green waste from our local landfills.
Thank you. I'm glad you were able to share that.